If you haven't seen it yet, we're going to update everybody on what we've accomplished this week and what we have teed up in the next handful of hours. You ought to be really, really excited about what is coming. We're going to go over the company plan first to make sure if you're new and this is your first view of Lev AI, that you can understand what it is that we're talking about. And then we're going to get into what is coming in the future. I appreciate so much everybody that is sending those signs right now. It makes me so happy and gives great energy to the flow here. Everybody get excited, because next week when we start off this webcast, we're going to have the Lev AI anthem that we have been working on to lead it off. So that is coming next week, amongst other things. Okay, everybody. Welcome. My name is Blake Schrader. I am the president of Lev AI. I have been working on social commerce experiences for 18 years with different companies, 3 of them to be exact. Global roles with international expertise, and I have a commitment to innovate and rapid grow social commerce. And right now is the perfect time with our brand new tool that we're launching to the world called Lev AI. We're here to answer your questions this evening. So if you've got questions, you can see the Q&A bottom there at the bottom of the screen. Go ahead and submit those questions. We're going to answer as many of your questions, everybody, real time as we can. Please note, I know there are a lot of questions. If we can't get to them, we do our very best to update our Q&A on the website after the session. So ask the questions. I've got the team all lined up behind the scenes to be answering throughout the webcast. Team, I've got my phone here. If something pops up, you can text me and I'll do my best to be able to respond real time. But the Q&A feature is enabled, everybody. Okay, we are at a very profound time in the history of the world. The CEO of Google said more profound than fire or electricity. That's the impact that AI is going to have. And we are right here at the forefront as we gear up to launch the company. Lev AI makes it simple for entrepreneurs to launch, market, and grow their businesses. No expensive agency, no complicated tech skills required. Remember, everybody, when we talk about AI, there's a lot of really great AI tools out in the marketplace right now.
Sounds familiar.
The challenge is a lot of them are fragmented and they don't work well together. I was talking to a customer this week. It was so funny. He says to me, well, the chat feature isn't quite as good as ChatGPT. And I'm like, well, I don't know how many millions or tens or hundreds of millions ChatGPT has invested in their technology and years of development. But let me tell you something, ChatGPT can't put together websites with marketing flows. It can't solve a problem of prospecting. It can't create a CRM for you. See, our tool set, it works all together to build a perfect experience for every single entrepreneur, small business, sidepreneur, solopreneur, affiliate, influencer. And we want to provide, disrupt is not the right word. We want to help every single person in these types of businesses become more successful more quickly. That is what our tool is designed to do. So some of the problems we solve,
this is
complex, costly, fragmented marketing tools, no more. Intimidation and burnout. How many of you, like me, the first time you ever talked to somebody about, an opportunity that you were involved with or a product you were selling, were a little bit nervous or didn't know exactly what to say? Lev AI is going to solve that problem for you. Lead generation, customer retention, and a clear guide to grow an audience, convert your business, and keep your leads going. We are the solution to does just that. We make building and maintaining a candidate and customer list far easier. We create confidence for every single person, even if it's the most brand new person who just joined your business today. He or she will know exactly what to say because Lev AI is going to make sure that that person knows exactly what they say. They just need to know
That's what they all
how
say.
to use the tool. By the way, everyone, I hope you're getting back into the Lev AI app and you've experienced it for yourself and you're getting used to how to do the tools. We're going to start, once we get through the launch of the company, training on every single feature that's in the Lev AI back office, because you're going to be amazed. Like some of it at first glance, you think you know how to use it, but it really goes so much deeper than what I promise most of you are looking at right now. And we're going to teach you what every little button means and exactly how to use the tool and how to get the most out of it. Once we get through the launch phase of the company, we're really going to start drilling down and focusing a lot on the product on these calls. Okay, remove barriers that make you feel stuck. Keep you in front of your customers. Removes the fear of failure. This is the biggest challenge in any small business, any business that's just starting, any business that you just start. For entrepreneurs, sidepreneurs, solopreneurs, it's that fear of failure that stops people. And so we have an amazing tool to completely eliminate that fear of failure and build consistent momentum. Everything you need all in one place. I was talking to another customer this week in a very interesting discussion. And this person was asking me, well, Blake, where can I find the tool that you've been talking about for lead generation? And I said, well, on the call every week, I've been asking everybody to do me a favor. How many of you remember that I've asked you to do a couple favors? And that is to remember the names of each of our tools here that we roll out. That way, when you see it in the Lev AI app, you're going to know what it is. So in this case, of course, that's under my network. You can find, or my prospects, I'm sorry, you can find all the leads. Everybody, we want to build a very consistent brand. Get to know each of these pillars of our brand and what they do. Like I said, coming up very shortly, as soon as we get through the launch of the company, we're going to be teaching you in detail about my AI social, my AI network, my AI web, my AI momentum, and my prospects, and exactly how to use every single one of these tools to the fullest extent. Okay, everyone, last week we talked about the My AI video feature. I know that every single person on this call is massively excited to get your own avatar. We've showed it off over the past 5 weeks as we've been getting the company ready to launch. And obviously it's not yet there. Last week I told you it's coming soon. This week I'm going to narrow that in a little bit. We think by mid-October you are going to have access to this tool. So I apologize that it's not there yet. We are leaning heavily on our tech partner to make sure that we get it as quickly as we can have it. And our commitment is to deliver it to you by mid-October and hopefully sooner than that. But by mid-October, that's what we're committing to. We'll have the My AI video tool ready to go. We're talking, that's 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks max, and hopefully before is a top priority for the company, getting that tool into each of your hands. Okay, we don't need to go through all the features and pricing tonight. I will tell you, this app, we'll talk about the market here in a second, what's out in the market. There's a slide for that. The interactive AI avatar, of course, that has to do with the twin. That'll be coming on the same timeline as the twin comes. It is rank dependent, and you will need an invite to be able to access this tool. This tool will reside in the Teams portion of your Lev AI app. If you've seen the Teams portion and are wondering what that's for, that's where the interactive avatar is going to live. Hopefully your AI avatar, your interactive avatar, will live and reside. Okay, here's what I was talking about. Unmatched value. Lev AI replaces at least $300 in subscriptions. I think it's much, much more than that. I don't think that you can even come close to replicating our tool for $300. And if you were able to do it, you would find that the experience would be subpar. The tools don't talk together. They don't get to know one another. They're very fragmented. We've built an all-in-one solution for every single small business, entrepreneur, solopreneur, sidepreneur, entrepreneur to get started with their business today. Strong value for all members, accessible around the globe. We're going to talk about that tonight. I'm excited to share some information with you. High member satisfaction. That was supposed to be Monday. Payout rates for those of you who want to get after it. Right now is the time. Why? We have a $556 billion gig economy that's expected to be $2.15 trillion by 2033. That's in the United States alone. We're going to talk a lot about international tonight. 70 million freelancers in the US alone and 30 million non-employer businesses who are waiting for you to introduce this tool to them to make their lives easier. Last week, we showed you our updated compensation plan. I hope everybody's been able to get into the back office. If you've been able to get in and check this out, please let me know. If you've sent this to people to show them the opportunity, please let me know. I hope this is going all around the world right now, and people are learning exactly what they need to do to get in business with Lev AI. Both customers.
You remember Randy? This is his son.
Very, very generous plan here, everybody. We pay 50% acquisition bonus and then 20% ongoing. Think about that for 2 seconds. In the affiliate world, I know a lot of us are from the direct selling world, but in the affiliate world, you know, they usually pay out somewhere between like 15 and 25% on an acquisition bonus. And then the affiliate doesn't get anything ever again after that. Imagine we're going to pay an acquisition bonus.
Just like the Raptor, it never came.
Higher, much higher than market standard. And then we're going to have a subscription commission that's paid every month to affiliates.
Yep.
I'm going to challenge everybody on this call tonight. You should think a little bit outside of your traditional business. And if you've been in direct selling, start researching who the affiliates are. We have gotten a program that is so attractive for them because it pays on an ongoing basis. Okay, we've got our level commission, 8 levels, our leveraged matching bonus. This is so critical.
These guys.
If you help your sales team succeed in any business instead of trying to take from them. If you help your sales team to succeed, here we are going to reward that behavior. And then our infinity bonus. Everybody, tonight is not a compensation plan training. I know there's many trainings going on all over the world right now with respect to Lev AI. If you want to learn how to tap into the compensation plan for Lev AI, please get with your upline. They'll teach you, coach you, mentor you along, and describe the activities that you must do to start making commissions here in Lev AI. I want you to know we're supported by a really great infrastructure of companies behind us. That's why we started this discussion on August the 9th, I believe it was. And here we are, September 24th, about 6 weeks later, and we're about to make a global push for Lev AI. That is an unbelievable amount of time,
for them.
Unbelievably small amount of time to do a vast amount of work to make the company ready to go and be available internationally. We're going to talk about that tonight. And it's because we've got a great company behind us that has a lot of the supporting infrastructure that we need. Okay, I tried to rush through that as quickly as I could because we're excited tonight to share updates with you about what's gone on.
Do it.
Excuse me, and about where we're going.
Let's hear the excuses.
And the company's next webcast, next Wednesday. Okay, so first of all, everybody, I get so many questions on this. Even in the United States, everybody still has the opportunity to place people that were pre-enrolled in the company. I know that we said it was going to be 48 hours after launch. We were going to take it away. We want to provide a little grace to people. Okay, so you're still able to do
placements. You do.
Please, everybody. I don't know what some people are waiting for. Go in there and get your placements done. There's no more reason to wait, not another day or hour to go do your placements. At some point, they're going to disappear, and then people are going to be frustrated. And I'm going to be like, hey, I've been telling you all along, you got 48 hours after somebody enrolls. So it is true. In the enrollment environment in the US and Canada right now, if you enroll somebody, you have 48 hours to place them. Okay, everybody? For the people that enrolled in the pre-enrollment phase of the company, you still have the ability to place all those people, even though they signed up well more than 48 hours ago. Make sure you get in and do that. Let's get this done this week so we don't have to be talking about it anymore on this webcast. How about that? There's an instructional video there if you need some help on how to get that done. It's very, very simple. I know all of you will be able to figure it out very, very easily. As you know, we've got multi-language support on the back office and on our tool suite and on our website. This is going to become incredibly important now.
I thought this was an update
about international markets. Everybody, Lev AI is going to follow where our partners take us. And so we're going to be paying very, very close attention here very, very quickly on where Lev AI is really, really growing. And then we're going to make sure that we're supporting those markets as opposed to others. Of course, we have multi-language support in the app, the Lev AI app. You can see here all the languages, pretty incredible at your fingertips. You can use this today, and I hope you are. I hope you're spreading the word around.
Congratulations on your use of Google Translate.
Here is some information about the Lev AI rollout. Last week was September the 17th. Lev AI was born. We're going to talk about that a minute in 1 minute. And we said, okay, everyone, we're going to launch first on desktop. And we're going to launch first on, then after that, we can move to mobile. And in between there, we're going to get the My AI video done. How many of you remember me saying that last week? If you do, please support me and let me know that you heard me say that. Because
sort of what you
believe
said
this week how many people were writing into support saying, well, gosh, I can't do it on my phone. And I'm like, okay, everybody, we're launching on the desktop, and then we're going to launch the My AI video, and then we're going to enable the mobile on the phone. So I totally get it. If you're having challenges on mobile, that's because we're starting out with desktop, everybody. Mobile is going to be here before you know it, okay? But if somebody on your team is, calling you saying they're having a challenge or something, say, hey, are you using the mobile app or are you on desktop? Because right now what the company has asked us to do is be on desktop, and it will make your life much easier. Okay, so we're following that flow. The desktop first, then we're coming out with My AI video. I kind of gave you an update on that. And then the mobile app. Like I said, on September 18th, 2025, Lev AI was born to the world. We launched the company in the United States and Canada. And man, we launched so much stuff out there. I hope you've been able to get in there and use it all. We launched the Lev AI website, the brand new website, which is now live. You can access it anywhere in the world. We launched the Lev AI app. That's where you go to, get into your tool base and start doing the work with the program. And we launched the Lev AI back office. That's where you can see your team. That's where your commissions hub is. That's where you can manage your business. So remember that we got the website. That's to send to your prospects and for customers to check out, see what we do, information about our technology. We've got the app. That's where you go to use the tool. And then you've got the back office, and that's where you can go to manage your business. We rolled all of that out. So three separate websites, all of them fairly complex, especially the last two, on 9/18, 1 week ago, or I think that was 17. I think I've got a typo there because I'm pretty sure we did it on a Wednesday. Lev AI.
You can't even get this right.
Okay, during the last week, we've made a ton of progress. So one of the things I'm most excited about, and I hope all of you have been kind of paying attention to what's going on.
Not really.
There's been lots and lots of requests for product demos. And I told you, we're going to be doing product demos on these calls once we get through the launch, but we don't need to wait for that. We are posting tutorials on our website almost on a daily basis right now. If you've been able to go to our YouTube site and see some of those tutorials, I would love to see your hand pop up in the air and show some love, because I'm going to tell you the team did a really phenomenal job. Those tutorials are really, really, really good. I mean, every single Lev AI partner needs to know that we are posting these tutorials on our YouTube channel. Get Lev AI HQ. That's our YouTube channel. Go there. You can click it with a picture right now because I'm going to leave this slide up for 2 seconds. If you haven't been yet, go check out the tutorials. They are super awesome. You're going to love them. By the way, you're going to learn so much about the tools once you get back in there, like what Lev AI really does, because Lev AI does a lot more than what you might think it does at first glance. So with that, I've got some guests here, and you're going to hear from all of them tonight, but I know for sure that Larry has gone and checked out those tutorials, because he was telling me about some of the great feedback that his team was getting from those. So Larry, have you been able to check out those tutorials in your team? And
There's Larry.
Tell me about them.
Yeah, absolutely. Several times, and I've learned so much. I think it's
He's
between all 5
famous, you
videos, it was
know.
a total of about 20 minutes. But just being able to go in there, and I've had several people in the team that have created websites now in just a couple of minutes for, capture pages and everything. So just to be able to learn all about this AI, we know this is groundbreaking. We know we're at the beginning of something very special, but the more and more we've got coming out, we've got the twin coming, we've got our global launch coming. So just super excited. And like I said, it just
Don't
gets
worry,
better
Rick,
and
it's
better, and we're
coming.
learning more and more. Especially if you have not seen the videos yet, you need to go watch all 5 of those videos.
Maybe
Again, that's 20 minutes,
mid-October,
but
he
this
said.
is your future. We're building something massive here, and you got to put the time in. So,
Massive.
and I want Rodney to speak. He's on there. He's as the producer. His hand is raised, so I definitely want him to speak. So thank you, Blake.
We're going to get to Rodney here in a few minutes. I'm excited to hear from him, Larry. Man, everybody needs to go subscribe to that page, because we're posting new videos, new tutorials there every day. Like, I know we posted a brand new one today.
Every
and
day,
if you're
guys.
subscribed to the YouTube page, then you'll get a little
So much
notification
to
letting
do
you know,
before
hey,
the products
they
will
loaded
launch.
something up. You should go check it out.
Check
Like
it
I
out.
said, we're going to get heavy into the product so we can teach everybody exactly how to use these tools. For now, while we're working on the launch issues, make sure you go there yourself. Check out those tutorials. The team did a really good job putting them together. All right, so the next feature that we added this week, and I hope everybody noticed it, is this picture here on the right. I remember on Wednesday when we had launched the company, there was a little bit of confusion, and people like, okay, well, here's my back office, but I don't see the tools in here. So do I have to go to a different site to find the tool? And, there was some confusion about that. And we wanted to make it really clear. So on the Lev AI app, you'll notice on the bottom left of the Lev AI app, there's a little button there, and you can click it. It says back office, and that'll log you into your back office. You go straight there. We added also this week on the Lev AI back office. Here you can see you can go straight to the Lev AI application from your Lev AI back office. And once we added that, it cleared up a lot of the confusion about logging into multiple different websites and things like that. So make sure your teams know that's there. It makes the business super, super simple. You don't have to remember different URLs now. You just go log into your back office, bang, there's your Lev AI application, and vice versa. So those are some of the things, amongst many others, that the company's been working on this week, getting out there for you all. Okay, everyone, here's the moment we've all been waiting for. The global rollout of Lev AI. Phase 2 begins tomorrow. Now, I've been warned from one of my teammates.
What do you mean it begins tomorrow?
At the company. He said, Blake, look, we're there, okay? But we still are, they're going to be up all night, ladies and gentlemen, testing, because we want to make sure we've got a great experience on the other end. And it's a little bit more complex than you might think. And the one part that's super complex, everyone, just so you know, it's credit card processing, because credit card processing all over the world, like, I know it seems seamless. It's not. Every market has their own little nuances, and they do things a little bit differently. We've been working real hard to make sure that when we roll out, we've got a great customer experience. So I'm going to tell you, our plan is that we are going to roll out tomorrow. And the timeline for that is end of business day tomorrow. And I'm also just going to say, if we run into problems with payments in tomorrow, it could delay us. I really hope not. I do not think that it's going to. I think that it's going very well right now. And so, unless there's a major problem tomorrow, which I don't anticipate, we will be rolling the company out by the end of the day tomorrow. So please, everybody, keep your eye on social, whether it's our Facebook page, our Instagram page, or our YouTube page, or wherever it is. We're going to be coming out with announcements as we get close so that you know what's going on in the business. Now, for those of you who are in the US and Canada,
ridiculous.
Remember back to a week ago, what happened when we launched the company? There was some confusion. So do me a favor, help your teammates to understand what happened a week ago in the United States, because they're about to experience it. We want all of them to be able to get into their back office, be able to log into their Lev AI app, obviously get their membership and get subscribed and all those kinds of things that you went through 1 week ago. That's about to happen to your teammates and partners around the world. So be holding their hands, be walking them through it, be a good sponsor, be a good partner, and let's help them all through the process. Okay, I'm not going to read through all these.
It's
You can see
okay.
this is quite a bit. Here is where the company intends to launch its services
Intends?
tomorrow. You can see when I talk about one little thing like credit cards in, and you
Tomorrow now.
multiply that by however many countries are on this screen, it can become quite complex quite quickly. Here is where everybody, the company is going to become available tomorrow. Okay, I need to update on India. For those of you who don't know, this company is going to have a very, very large business in the country of India. And 2 weeks ago, we got a bit of a curveball because India made some changes on how they process credit cards in their country. I believe it was in response to some policy issues here in the United States with respect to tariffs and all those kinds of things, completely out of our control. So there's new card rules in India that started 2 weeks ago. It reduces approvals from foreign merchants. Guess what? We're a foreign merchant. This is not specific to Lev AI. Visa is reporting very low approval rates across the board right now. They've got some work to do. We've got some work to do. Here's the great news, everybody. Since we had been observing what had been happening in Lev AI and watching the massive amount of people from India that have interest in Lev AI and that are joining Lev AI.
From
we actually
ONPASSIVE.
started before this news even came about with a local processing solution. And so we are already well in process. We believe we're 2 weeks to implementation. Today, we had to make the decision. Do we launch India with the rest of the countries and launch it with a bad customer experience where people have a hard time paying? Or do we wait till we've got our local solution in place that we've been working on for the last month and launch it with a great customer experience? And although it's always hard, it seems like when you put it in those terms, a very easy decision at the end of the day. We want every single person who interacts with Lev AI to have a phenomenal experience. And I'm uncomfortable with anything short of that. And so we've made the decision. We're going to hold off until we've got our local solution in place. I believe we're about 2 weeks away from that. And at the same time, we're going to be launching a crypto solution called Taiga, which will make things a lot easier anyways in that particular market. Crypto is very, very popular in that part of the world. So there is a small update on the countries that we're launching. We've got a slight delay in India. Now I want to show you some places where the company is not going to launch. Due to government sanctions in the United States, we are not able to service these markets. I apologize.
Lucky bastards.
This is not a Lev AI decision. This is we happen to be a US company, and so we've got to follow the rules here in the United States. So we're not able to offer our services in these countries. Okay, everybody. So there's a third bucket of countries, and these are to be coming at a future date. Okay. So all of these countries here are not going to be on the list tomorrow, but all of these countries at some point in time, probably not all at the same time, by the way. These
probably
are all
not China,
very unique markets that have very unique requirements.
Or like North Korea.
TBD on these.
Some of them I don't think you will be.
Very, very clear what's happening tomorrow, what's not happening tomorrow, and what is still to come in the future. I do want to go back to this though. That is a remarkable list of countries, and we're going to be open doing business in every single one of them. Everybody, man, if you can't see the opportunity, I mean, to be the first in these countries with a AI solution for every solopreneur, entrepreneur, small business affiliate.
Shut up, Blake.
This is going to be remarkable. I can't wait to see which of you really gets out there and gets after it. I am going to be watching. Okay. Payments. Here's what to expect next. So some of you in the United States and Canada, we've been working on this for the last week. I want to report great news, everybody. We had phenomenal credit card acceptance during our first week in business. That's a testament to the team at Lev AI, the work that's been going on behind the scenes. Credit cards were working, they weren't failing. That's kind of hard to do for a new business without a credit history. So we're really, really proud of our track record there after the first week of the business. Please remember, It's prohibited to pay with somebody else's card. These are the types of things when they happen over and over and over again, you get flagged, and then your acceptance rate starts to go down, and then your customer experience starts to decline. And like I said before, that's not something we want. So please make sure you're using your own card to pay for your own account, and that your team is doing
weird instructions you don't have to give if you're doing a legitimate business
address. Okay, internationally, like I said, we're getting ready tomorrow. So here's some things to keep in mind. Credit cards outside of the United States operate a little bit differently than they do inside the United States and Canada. So, some of you will be familiar, if you're listening from abroad, with some of these things, Revolut and other neobank cards. And, I'm not sure those are just in the EU. They might be in other places too. Here's the best practices. Use a card from a traditional bank. They will work better. If you are using a neobank card or a Revolut card, make sure that you approve the charge in your app if it's flagged, check decline payments or blocked beneficiaries. Add Get Lev AI as a trusted merchant before paying. I would recommend don't use Revolut. If it's your only option, make sure that you go into your app and you take these couple steps. It'll make your life a lot easier, and it'll make your team's life a lot easier, and you're going to have better acceptance rates from those companies. Best case scenario, use a card from a traditional bank. Do not use prepaid or virtual cards. Those don't ever work on most online systems.
This is how you commit fraud.
It's a cause for frustration. We're very, very excited to be adding a new payment method coming soon. I think the timeline for this one, everybody, is around the same. We're going to be launching a whole bunch of stuff around mid-October. And Taiga, our crypto in method, is going to be one of those. So people all over the world, partners and members all over the world, will be able to pay for their subscriptions with Taiga using their cryptocurrencies. Okay. That's a lot of information.
Taiga pay again. Damn it.
All right, live right now. In your back office, every single one, you can go in and you can please click on your profile. You can see the little button there on the left in the dashboard, and go to the little button here called commissions account. Everybody right now in Lev AI can go now, enroll your commissions account, finalize your commissions account. You need to do it because on October the 2nd, we'll be paying the very first commissions in the history of the company. And we want you all to be signed in, ready to go, so that when we send the money, you can take it and deposit it and do whatever you like with your commissions. And I hope
so.
Large. So go in, make your commissions account. You can do it tonight, right after this session is over. If you have teammates who are not on this session, partners who are not on this session, make sure they know they can go in and create their commissions account now. The Lev AI commissions program is up and running and ready to go. I tested out one tonight for a member or a partner that I know, just to make sure that it was working. It worked very, very smoothly, simply, and easily. So make sure and go in there and set up your Lev AI commissions account. Okay. I hope I know that a lot of you have had the experience now of dealing with our customer support team. Let me tell you, they've been doing just a phenomenal job. The response rates and times are very, very, very good for a company that has been in business for 1 week. We've been responding right away to inquiries. Sometimes those inquiries take a minute or an hour
fucking
to fix
congratulations
or educate or whatever it might be. We have got a stellar
when they're like, we're doing the bare minimum that we're supposed to be doing, aren't we great?
Department. So here's where you find it on getlev.ai. You see this little button here with this red arrow, says support. That's where you go. If you click that button, this little screen that you see here on the right, that's where you'll be able to start engaging with the support team. Amazing people there. Be kind to the support people. They're doing an amazing job. I know it can be frustrating if you don't understand something or if you have a challenge.
Be kind.
They're going to help you right through it. That's our commitment. They're going to help you to solve whatever problem.
You're already not going to get paid probably.
If you're having a challenge logging into your back office or to the Lev AI app or whatever it might be, they're going to help you right through that program just as quickly as they can. Now, We don't have official hours, but since we're going to start our international business here very, very shortly, we wanted to set some kind of expectations. And so our, 9 to 6 is our posted hours. That's Central Time in the United States. I know they're working well beyond that, but right now we're excited to announce to you 9 to 6, just to kind of set an expectation of when you might hear back from our support team. If you prefer, you can go straight to getlevai.zendesk.com, or you can just go click on the support button. You get right there. Okay, everybody. Now it's an exciting time. Our first week.
Are you excited? I'm bored.
We opened the company 1 week ago. Already we've got people advancing through the ranks.
Is it just me?
I know some people on this list, and I'm happy to see their names, and I don't know some people yet on this list, and I'm excited to get to know you in person. Brand new this month, our new lead partners in Lev AI. I want to congratulate you. I want to recognize you, and I'm looking forward to talking to you as soon as we get through the launch phase of the company. Our new advanced partners. Here they are, everybody. This is a talented group of people. New advanced partners are Tammy Wachter, Michael Dalco, Kevin Thompson, Scotty Merker, Layla Colgan, Monty Stratton, Alan Hordall, Simone Lee, Rodney Foster,
Scotty is in this.
Kristen
Everybody's
Howard,
here.
Michael Williams,
it's a big party.
Nick Sklosky.
It's gonna take a screenshot of that
from one of our brand new advanced partners tonight. I don't yet know this gentleman, but I'm looking forward to getting to know him.
Scotty.
So I believe we've got Rodney Foster on with us tonight. And Rodney, you are a brand new advanced partner in Lev AI. So introduce yourself. Tell us what you've been doing in the business, and tell us what you like about Lev AI so far.
Oh man, thank you so much, Blake, man. Blake, for introducing me, man. I'm calling out of Atlanta, Georgia, by the way, here in the United States, and I'm just excited, man, because this is like a breath of fresh air to me. This came at the perfect time. When I initially heard about Lev AI, I actually wasn't interested, to be honest with you, because I'm like, I don't know how I feel about AI. But Blake, man, what actually got my attention was the website. I went to the website and I was like, this actually looks pretty cool, man. So once I started doing my research and found out that Mr. Terry LaCour was behind the scenes running the company, I became very interested because I just know his background and what he's done over the years. And I'm like, well, if Mr. LaCour is behind this has to be a hit. So I was just excited from that point of it too. And then, once I spoke to Randy, he got me super excited. And from there, I started talking to Larry. And from there, man, it's just been just nonstop, man, all day, every day. So that's what I've been doing, Blake, man, just telling everybody about Lev AI, man. And it's so funny because people are now actually becoming more open to the idea of AI, when before they wasn't. But now everybody's talking about it and they seeing that this is where the world is going. So to see people becoming more open to it, it's become a little bit more easier to get people to look into it, because all I do, Blake, is I send people that awesome 90-second sizzle video that people are loving it, because every time I send it, I always get, raised about it, man. And it's been real a cool experience so far for B2B. 1 week in business, our team is blowing up, man. So that's it. Thank you so much, Blake. And thank you, Larry.
Rodney, I love your energy, man. I can't wait to come down to Atlanta and meet you and some of the people that you're going to help with this business. And I can't wait to hear about your customers' experiences with the product. I'll tell you what, I can tell really quickly. Rodney is going places in this business. I expect him to see Rodney's name on these next screens here really, really quickly. Congratulations to all of the brand new advanced partners. You did it in the very first week of the existence of the company, and I am proud of your accomplishment.
AI and IT.
All right, mentor partners. We have 3 brand new mentor partners in the company during our first week. By the way, I pulled this recognition list last night. So if you rank advance between last night and this morning, you do have my apology. The reason why I realized that is because I looked right before the Zoom tonight, and I was making sure that we had the mentor partners and directors, and we had a brand new mentor partner tonight, I believe it was. Anyways, sorry, we had a brand new director. You're going to meet him next. But I was wondering if we've got Art on, Art Phelps and his brother Rob, I believe. I haven't met them yet, but I'm excited to meet them. And brand new mentor partners in Lev AI. So Art, introduce yourself. Tell us where you're from. Tell us what you've been doing and why you're excited about Lev AI.
Hi, Blake. Good to be here. Yeah, my name's Art Phelps. My brother and I have been in the online space for quite some time. We hail out of Long Island, New York, and actually got to meet your dad some 30 years ago, and we worked together, and he did great. We did pretty good too.
49 or 99.
Probably one of our best runs in this industry. I think we literally made over $10 million working with Randy. And so when I heard he was getting involved in this, I said, yeah, okay, I'll take a look at that. And interesting thing happened as we were looking at it is, you know, I've been in the marketing space for 30 years. We currently own a couple of different companies, and I'm constantly mailing offers to people and stuff. And people join the different offers and stuff. But I've had, just in the last week alone, I've had a half a dozen people who I haven't heard from in years. They've been getting my emails for 20 years, but they picked up the phone. What are you doing with AI? What are you doing with AI? And that's never happened to me in this industry before. So having that kind of response is just a total reinforcement of what we got going on. We dabbled a little bit and are dabbling a little bit in AI to help my other companies grow. But when I saw what Lev had put together, I said, boy, we can actually help all our companies grow by partnering up here. And we're just fooling around with the tools right now. I got to commend your support staff. They're incredible. They probably know my name because I must have sent a dozen or two tickets in already, but they're Johnny on the spot. They get back to me, extremely helpful. And so congratulations on everything they're doing. And we're just excited and looking forward to the future. I think we can all really experience something way bigger than anything else we've ever done before. So I'm excited to be part of it. Thanks, Blake.
Art, thank you so much. Thanks for coming on. I'm so happy to hear of your early success. I mean, I know we're just getting started. But man, isn't that amazing? The attraction that people have. I'm telling you, it is a special moment, and we have the perfect product for the perfect demographic. So what you said just validated that to me. Thanks for sharing your story, and looking forward to meeting you in person sometime in the near future. All right, everybody. So brand new mentor partners during the very first week of the existence of the company. Oh, there's a mistake here. It's supposed to be Rick and Sandy Walsh. Rick, I apologize there, bud. Jeff Evers and Art and Rob Phelps, congratulations to the three of you. And finally, we have this week 3 directors within the first week of the company. That's Randy and Samantha Schrader, Barry Elrod, and Larry and Gary Lane. There they are, the twins. Man, I don't know. I can't even tell apart right now. So when both of them have a twin, then it's like
Larry and Gary.
Impossible. But anyways,
yeah, he's like my dad.
I'm excited
my mom.
because tonight I get to meet Barry Elrod. I've
Stepmom.
never met Barry before. I'm really excited to hear his story, where he's from, what he loves about Lev AI, and what he's been doing to get to director in just 1 week in the company. So Barry, if you're here, please introduce yourself.
Larry, and Gary, guys.
I'm here. I'm in my car office.
Awesome. Love it, man.
Actually, I was off to a party, but I couldn't miss this. And guys, you know, if you treat it like a business and work it like a job, you'll make the money, anything you want in life with networking. I've been at it for 40 years. I've probably been in hundreds of programs. You could probably write a book about me, from zero to hero to zero to hero. And what's funny is how this industry has changed. I'm currently in a bunch of programs now, and it's hard to present them to friends, even though they're listening to me when I was making 6 figures a month. After 20 deals and losers, they don't want to hear anything from me. But with AI, I could talk to them about it. And it's just funny. I have a friend on the phone from Czechoslovakia, and we were in Fund America 30 years ago. So he would be in front of the stage with his broken English, and people were on the edge of their chairs trying to hear what he's saying. Same with crypto. I mean, I'm going to have so much fun. I mean, same with AI. I'm going to have myself on social media, which I never do, speaking a bunch of different languages, and people will be getting back to me. I promise you that. A lot of my friends missed the whole crypto revolution. So what's great is when you're with a big company like Liqueur, they'll pivot. They're going to get the crypto. So people who aren't out there pushing this or presenting it right now, you're idiots. I mean, I jumped in early. I got Larry Lane. Come on. I got over 30,000 people in India. Do you think I'm going to work with my friend from Czechoslovakia who's doing a high yield deal, but now he likes this. So back then he's like, crypto plastic is fantastic in front of the room. Now he could say crypto is fantastic. So everyone out there, and you know, you could have thousands of people. The world is your oyster right now. So, you know, some people might be like, I want to see the twin work. And I'm like, who do I know in Mexico? And then I could start carrying on a conversation with them and befriend new people. You know, an influencer, I was at a networking event the other day, an influencer is making 30 million a year. Young guy. Do you think I got his card? Do you think he'll like 50% commissions, making 50 bucks, 50 bucks, 50 bucks? I think you could even join this thing for free and make 25, 25, 50, 50. You don't even have to pay the 19. You're foolish not to, because then you won't make money from them telling their friends. Play with the numbers. We've all heard a penny a day doubling. What's it in 30 days? 10 million bucks at day 31. Here we got $4 bills. Granted, it's not 30 levels, but it does have that aspect actually to it with the Infinity program. So play with the numbers. Everyone's going to want to get 5 to get this for free. So, you know, you made a lot of money with 2, you got your money back, and with 3 more, you pay no more, and the company will adapt. And
because they're not in India yet.
I could hear you, Randy.
Randy,
Oh,
excuse me.
Who cares, right?
So the company will pivot and adapt. When you got 30,000 people saying, "Oh, we need this," or "Look at this AI," so believe me, guys, I get pitched every day by different programs, and it's easy to talk about this. There's going to be more.
I'm sure you do, buddy.
There's going to be more AI programs, but rest assured, what's important to us networkers is that we get paid, and we get paid accurately and on time. And Terry's no dummy. He's going to do things and grow in the right countries as we need them. So you saw that list of countries. I would be going after it. You know, I'm going to. My light keeps going off in the car. So anyway, I could ramble on forever.
Looks like,
you know, if you don't think you need this because you've heard it and you know it, I keep getting on these Zooms. You're going to pick things up every Zoom, and you know what? Each time you pick something up, you develop the ninja lips. With the ninja lips, you feel more comfortable talking to your friends. That's what this whole thing's all about. The AI is going to give you the ninja lips. I mean, I just wrote some social media things today in response, and I wrote a couple things, and then AI is there saying, "Would you like to make it better?" So, you know, a lot of old timer. I could go home. That's enough.
I love that, Barry. That little make it better feature is so cool and will help so many people to refine their message, and especially when the tool has gotten to know you and your potential customer. I mean, man, that's powerful. We haven't even started talking about how powerful that is quite yet. You also said something that is just so spot on. I've been doing business in Latino markets for like 18 years. And I've never seen a better product for the Latino markets than this one. And the reason why, first of all, the product itself is incredible and amazing. But you're right, Barry. I mean,
I still don't know what ninja lips mean.
We have an incredibly low priced product for the value that it delivers. And then to be paying half of that back in,
I swear they cut them off though,
to the partner. We're going to have some massive Latino leaders in this business because it is right up their alley. I'm taking note of what you said, man, and congratulations on your first week in the business. All right,
Thank you.
You got it. We've heard now from nearly everybody. We haven't yet heard from Randy and Samantha. So if they are on, I want to invite them. They are also amongst the first 3 directors in the entire company, and well more to come beyond that.
Yay.
Blake, thank you so much. And I don't see Samantha. She's supposed to be right here beside me. Hey, babe.
Here's his
anyway,
dad.
I just want to first congratulate Barry. Barry just became a director today. And for those of you who are wondering how the international markets could impact you, Barry lives in the United States.
Sounds like
and
a
you know,
frog.
this entire India explosion is in Barry's business. That's down the line of Barry. Eliminate whatever the limiting beliefs are that you have. The God's honest truth is that if we are willing to open the door of opportunity to other people, there's no limitation to what can happen. And there is Samantha. Samantha, say hey to all these folks. Okay, we do this very much together, and we are so eager to help each one of you accomplish your objectives, whatever they are. And let me just say that, having been around the solopreneur, entrepreneur space for a long time, we have a chance before us right now that is different. It's bigger, it's better. And Blake, I appreciate all that you do. And I want to also give a shout out to customer service. They have been superheroes during this process when we've all been trying to assemble trees and so on. Folks, this is as good as it gets. And I'm hoping very much that you don't let even a single bit of the opportunity slip through your fingers. And we want to help you win, whatever that means to you. Thanks, Blake.
All right. Thanks, Randy and Samantha. Okay, everybody. Last week we talked about this, and I'm excited. You know, the team was like, Blake, no, we're not going to open up like a new channel for people to post their stuff. And I'm like, well, we got to know how the tool's being used, because I want to recognize some customer experiences with our tools. So they told me the right way to do it. You know, they're smarter than I am. Here's the thing, everybody. We want you to share your wins, big or small. Now, I'm not talking now. We just talked about recognition in the comp plan. And don't get me wrong, I'm very excited about that, okay? I'm more excited about our tool and how it works and how it can impact businesses who use it. So we want to hear from you. We want you to share your wins, big or small, with what you are creating or what your customer creates with Lev AI. I know you're all just getting started. I know you're all just barely getting familiar with the tool. You've had access to it for less than a week. Internationally, they haven't even had a chance to look at it yet. They're going to get their chances here very, very quickly. I know there's some stories out there, even though you don't know how to use the tool to the full extent quite yet. So if you have those experiences, please, man, nothing would make me happier. You know, we're grinding away over here and making sure we got all these details wrapped up and launching a company all over the world. And I'm just dying to hear about the customer successes with the product. So if you've got one, when you have one, not if, because everybody's going to have them, tag at GetLevAI and use the hashtag MyLevAI for the chance to be featured not only on our social media channels. I'm going to find some really killer ones, and we're going to showcase them right here on these webcasts. We're going to showcase our distributor, our partner, successes, and we're going to also show our product successes, and especially as it relates to customers. So I'm hoping somebody gets all over that challenge with me, because I can't wait to hear about it, learn about it, meet your customer if that's appropriate, or see how it's benefited their business. That is what I am most excited for. Everybody, follow us on social. It is super, super important. We're about to kick off most of the world. Okay, it's complex. We're talking, I don't know how many languages. We're talking, I don't know how many different cultures. All of them need to know about Get Lev AI. They need to know about the Lev AI app, and they need to know about the Lev AI back office. They need to know how to grab their commissions. They need to know how to use the tools. Everybody, use tools for your business, just like Lev AI. Follow the YouTube page. I want to at least triple the size of our YouTube following this week, because that's where we post all of our tutorials. That's where everybody here can get to know the tools more deeply between now and the time we start training them on these calls. So I know what the number is tonight. I'll share with you next week at whether or not we tripled, but I think we will, because I think we've got some great people listening tonight.
Every Wednesday.
Follow us on Instagram. We're going to be updating about our launch timelines and what's going on. Same on Facebook, same on LinkedIn and Twitter. But the most important are YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Get on those, especially YouTube, because that's where we're posting those tutorials every day. Tomorrow, we have got an incredibly busy day. I want you to know the team was up all night last night doing testing on credit cards.
Here we go. Maybe is that
all night again doing testing on credit cards to make sure that we're ready to go all over the world. It's not as simple as it sounds. We're testing country by country. That's a lot of countries, and making sure that the acceptance rates are coming through. I want you to know in some of the less developed countries, everybody, on some of the less developed countries that we had on that list, it may be more challenging. We're very confident with the developed countries that are on that list that people are going to have a great experience, and that we're going to have great acceptance rates just like we had here in the US and Canada. We've learned a few things since a week ago. We feel like we've made things easier with the improvements that we've made over the course of the last week. We are about to head into a massively successful week as we launch around the world. Join us. Right now is the time. Join us. Let's get going. Let's have an incredible week. The weekend is coming up. That means it's time to leverage what we are about to launch, everyone. All right, everybody. I'm in San Diego, California tonight. I am looking forward to the global release that we have got coming out. And then I'm looking forward even, well, no, not more, as much forward to a couple weeks from now when we can get India going. I want you all to know it's front and center for us. It's not something that we can control back there, what happened in the last 2 weeks. Really exciting times. If you're not yet determined to make this a massive success for yourself, determine it tonight. There's no time like
proprietary.
Everybody from San Diego, California to wherever you are in the world, we will see you next week. Make this an incredibly impactful week for your business. See you soon.
Alrighty. So that was we didn't launch. Yeah. They were supposed to launch globally on Monday. They didn't really say much about it. Definitely didn't send out emails or anything explaining to people what was going on. But then what ended up happening is tonight they came live and said, oh, sorry guys, we're having some issues, some payment issues, they called it. So I guess now they're launching next week, and hopefully all the products will launch by the middle of October, they're saying, including their AI twins. Ash will never catch up. That's right. It reminds me of Misty Kirby of Paparazzi, right? Globally, yes. Globally. See, they opened up in the US and Canada. We already reacted to that. They were very, very unexcited like they were today. And then they said in that stream last Wednesday that Monday they would be launching to everybody. But Monday came and went, and nobody was really saying anything anywhere. It was really quiet. And I was like, well, that's not usually a good sign. And then, tonight they said, oh, well, we're having payment issues. I logged into the website. There is no developer kit to download. How can I build something? Right? I know. It's awful. So still no actual proof of... They've shown them to us. We've watched them show us the AI bot. Literally, we've covered this one like 5 times before, guys. This is the one that Marty joined. That Randy's in, that was Randy. And then the twin. So, we have seen a little bit of proof of the product. It's just the only people that are using the products are the people at the top right now. They haven't been released to even the people that have paid in. And they have paid in, either $49.99 or $99.99, which most would have paid $99.99 because literally, you can't get hardly anything. It's basically ONPASSIVE with AI twins. They're promising very, very similar things to ONPASSIVE. So, the website that you're going to get You know, they're also promising you targeted traffic. They are promising you kind of like a social media app, sort of. And it's more like an AI social media app. So like instead of you doing a social media app, it's like you get an AI friend, and then you and your friend message each other. And then on top of that, you get training for your business, which they've allegedly started posting that in the back. Although I'm not really sure what training they could really be giving right now. I mean, I guess how to beg people to join something that the products aren't available yet in. So you have to buy the membership, and then you're supposed to get these products for your membership. And we have seen some proof of the AI products in terms of Larry showing us his AI bot, and Randy briefly showed us an AI bot. I mean, we've seen more from them in terms of products than we have on passive. We're about the same, I guess you could say. Kind of like O Connect, although it's only the top people. It's like if O Connect came out and it was only Ash and Marty and Chris and Red that got to use it. And you were like, well, when are you releasing this? So apparently everything's going to be done, they're hoping, by the middle of October. And I'm kind of like, yeah, well, is that like how you're going to go global on Monday? Because, you know, it's like a mix between Vibe and OnPassive. It kind of is. It kind of is. And we've been following these guys. You know, they did Transact Card. It's been a long time. And at the beginning of August, Danny did an article on them, and I believe that we've already gone through it. Basically, he was talking about how they did a lot of legal income claims at the time. At that time, they were saying it replaces up to $800 in subscriptions. And I think that's why every time that Blake brings it up, and he's like, oh, $300, but I think it will be more than that. It's because they were claiming it was more than that at one point. You know, your typical MLM talks about Randy Schroeder's career with Talk Fusion, Transact Card, Finmore. Then we followed him over to, it was Nilo Life, Transact Card, Talk Fusion. Or sorry, Nilo Life. Yeah. Talk Fusion. They've been everywhere. Everywhere! Marty joined. So we have Marty DeGarmo listed. Larry Lane, of course, as you saw. And Blake is Randy's son. And then he's listed all of the people that were in the meeting. It's like I was taking screenshots of the people that were getting awards. So Danny's been following this for a while. But a couple days ago, Behind MLM Vitally did a review. And we were kind of waiting for this. Because, you know, they hadn't done one yet. And I was like, does Oz know about this? Because, again, Randy and Larry and LaCour Enterprises has a really big history, you know, with Oz and this website. So, you know, we want this to happen. This is great stuff. So it says, Lev AI review, LaCour Enterprises AI generated slop op, which I love. What a great name. Lev AI fails to provide ownership or executive information on its website. Lev AI's website domain, getlev.ai, was privately registered on July 18th, 2025. So, you know, it's technically been around since then. I'm going to post the link to this in the chat. Have a good night, Joe. We're just going to read through this and then end it anyway. So you can read through it on your own if you want. But they registered it July 18th, 2025. Still makes it crazy new, right? Further research reveals offsite Lev AI marketing, citing Blake Schroeder as CEO. So there he is. And he called himself CEO in the webinar we just watched of theirs, which was live. They go live every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern on Zoom. Why this information is hidden from consumers is unclear. Of additional note is the footer of Lev AI's website featuring LaCour Enterprises corporate address. Yep, Melissa, Texas. This suggests Lev AI is the usual setup of a LaCour Enterprise MLM company fronted by a third-party CEO. Instead of disclosing ownership, Lev AI states this on its website. We work with LaCour Enterprises as our global service provider for payments and operations, drawing on 25 plus years of channel expertise and a multi-billion-dollar track record to ensure reliable, scalable growth. Yeah, it legitimizes them. Yay. Blake Schroeder made a name for himself with Monavi, circa 2008 to 2015. I tell you, all the MLMs are somehow connected somewhere. Loves the slot angle. That's right. Hello, Alex. All real companies have corp webinars at 10 p.m., right? It should be a 6-hour webinar minimum to really show us how professional they truly are. So yeah, he was with the Monavi. After Monavi was sold off to Jeunesse in 2015, Schroeder had a brief stint as COO of Forever Green International. And as you can see, Oz has covered all these. From 2016, Schroeder was involved in Canaway, eventually rising to CEO. In 2021, he was appointed CEO and president of Canaway's parent company, Medical Marijuana. And we have definitely talked about that one before because there's lawsuit and a bunch of stuff with that. Schroeder resigned from Medical Marijuana in March 2023 because of the lawsuit and a bunch of stuff we've talked about before because of that. LaCour Enterprises is based out of Texas and owned by Terry LaCour. This guy here. Terry LaCour and LaCour Enterprises owns a number of MLM companies. Due to frequent shutdowns and launches, it's difficult to provide a definitive number. Of note, it's one of LaCour Enterprises' former flagship MLM's companies, Prove It, being sold off to Herbalife earlier this year. So yeah, they were Prove It. And we've talked about what's gone on at Prove It, so check that out as well. As always, if an MLM company is not openly upfront about who is running or owns it, think long and hard about joining and or handing over any money. I don't recommend handing over any money to any MLM, ever. You know, that's kind of the point of why I'm here. Just saying. Lev AI's products. So, Lev AI markets subscriptions to various generative AI slot marketing tools. My AI Social, which is an AI-generated social media content tool. So, like, to post up all of your posts on social media. Which is funny, because, like, every social media has their own, like, content-making area. So, anyway. It's like, if you want to post the same thing on all of them, then that would make sense. Otherwise, you know... Anyway, my network is a customer relationship management with AI profile enrichment. They have partner mentorship access. Join a team for support, coaching, and training. My AI Video, which is an AI avatar creator, marked coming soon as of September 2025. My Web, which is the instant website builder. They have My Network Enhancement, which is the lead funnels. My Prospects. Search over 2 billion global prospects. Lead a team. Invite collaborators and contacts to your team, and then an interactive AI avatar. So you get to train an AI-generated avatar on your content, which means that you're handing over basically the rights to your image to this MLM company and Liqueur Enterprises, which I don't recommend doing at all. Facebook loves auto posting. That's right. Says access is either $49 or $99 a month. So basic, where you get one business license, the $49 a month, you get the AI social network, partner mentorship access, and an AI video. So if you want the AI twin, which is their main selling point, their main product, then you need to get the Pro, which gives you an unlimited business licenses, and it's $99 a month for access to everything. Note that Lev AI does not disclose which generative AI platform their marketing tools are powered by. So I want you to think that they made it themselves. Lev AI pays on subscription sales to retail customers and recruited promoters. So far, it's just a pyramid scheme. There are 8 promoter ranks within Lev AI's compensation plan. So this is your pyramid scheme model. The ranks you can get, like Diamond, Triple Dare Diamond, and Pikachu, Emerald, Ruby, Pepsi Diamond, So it starts with partner. That's when you just kind of sign up as a Lev AI promoter, they're calling it. Then lead partner, that's refer and maintain 2 active subscriptions, recruit 1 promoter, and generate at least $250 a month in subscription sales. Then it's advanced partner. You maintain 2 active subscribers. Being active means that they've sold enough and paid in for all their stuff. Recruit 2 promoters and generate $500 a month in subscription sales. So they are getting paid specifically for subscription sales. Mentor partner. Refer and maintain 3 active subscribers. Recruit 3 promoters and generate $1,000 a month in subscription sales. Director. Maintain 3 personally referred active subscribers. Recruit 4 promoters and generate $2,500 a month in subscription sales. Then they have Innovator Director, maintain 3 personally referred active subscribers and 4 recruited promoters and generate $5,000 a month in subscription sales. Visionary Director, maintain 3 personally referred active subscribers and recruit 5 promoters and generate $10,000 a month in subscription sales. Maintain 3 personally referred active subscribers and 5 recruited promoters and generate $20,000 a month in subscription sales to be at the top of this thing. Lev AI pays a 30% commission on new first month subscriptions. Since it's only paying for you to join, basically, especially since they don't have products right now, it is, again, a pyramid scheme. Executive Diamond. Is that what it's called? So the recruited people have to really dig deep to make those numbers. That's right. It's hard. Nobody's going to get that. Residual commissions. Lev AI pays residual commissions via a uni-level compensation structure. The uni-level compensation structure places a promoter at the top of a uni-level team, with every personally recruited promoter placed directly under them at level 1. And then the people that level 1 promotes and signs up go under them in the second level, and so forth, right? The second level people, they get people to buy membership, and then those people create the third level. Residual commissions are paid as a percentage of subscription fees, including the first month based on rank. So lead partners earn 20% on level 1, personally referred subscribers, and 4% on level 2. Advanced partners earn 20% on level 1 and 4% on levels 2 and 3. Mentor partners earn 20% on level 1 and 4% on levels 2 to 4. Directors earn 20% on level 1 and 4% on levels 2 to 5. Innovator directors earn 20% on level 1 and 4% on level 2 to 6. Visionary directors, it's 4% on levels 2 to 7. And legacy directors, it's 4% on levels 2 to 8, right? So every level you go up, you get an extra payment for a level underneath you, because I think you're going to get a team with 8 levels underneath you, right? So that means you would have to get 3 people who 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 would have to get 3 people. And then you have a whole pyramid. They also pay a matching bonus on residual commissions earned by downline promoters. The matching bonus is paid out through the same uni-level team used to pay residual commissions. So directors earn a 4% match on level 1. Innovator directors earn a 4% match on levels 1 and 2. Visionary directors earn a 4% match on level 1 to 3. And legacy directors earn a 4% match on levels 1 to 4. And then that, of course, brings us to the infinity bonus. The infinity bonus is a generational bonus paid on subscription volume. Once again, the infinity bonus is paid out using the same uni-level team structure as residual commissions. Lev AI defines a generation within a uni-level team leg when a director or subsequently higher ranked promoter is found in the leg. Directors cap off the first generation of the leg. Innovator directors cap off the second, visionary the third, and legacy the fourth. The first director in a uni-level leg caps off the first generation for that leg, with the second generation beginning immediately after. If an innovator director is found deeper in the leg, they cap off the second generation of that leg. The third generation for that leg begins directly under them. If there's no innovator director deeper in the leg, the second generation runs the full depth of that leg. And if you're like, what the fuck exactly? Using this generational structure, Lev AI promoters can earn the infinity bonus on up to 4 generations per uni-level team leg. Now imagine you join this thing, and then you're supposed to get 3 people to sign up under you, and then you're supposed to explain this to them every time you sign them up. Isn't it crazy? It's a Zoom meeting, but it's just Queen saying you have to get 3 people over and over again. That's right. You know? It's just, this whole thing's just nuts. All of it is insane. Like, directors earn 1% on the first generation of each uni-level team leg. It's like, how do you even explain this all to someone? And then it goes up to 4 generations. Joining, you have to at least get a promoter membership at $49 annually. And then it says Lev AI conclusion. If there's one thing the world doesn't need, it's more AI-generated slop. I'm sick of seeing it. You're probably sick of seeing it. Yeah, I think I'm getting AI slop fatigue at this point. We've just seen so much of it, you know? You'll be even less popular if you start spamming all your friends with this crap. That's right. That's right. So, I'm pretty sick of seeing it. I'm sure everyone is. But here we are. Lev AI certainly isn't the first MLM company hoping to capitalize on the piles of money being burnt chasing generative AI fever dreams. Nor will it be the last. Maybe in a few years, we'll be here with actual AI, who knows? Right now, though, you'd have to be pretty careless to be trying to run a business entirely on AI, which is essentially what Lev AI pitches. Lev AI makes it simple for entrepreneurs to launch, market, and grow businesses. No expensive CMO, agency, or complicated tech skills required. You don't even need a brain. Larry's here. Case in point, this is from Lev AI's own policies and procedures. A partner and or member is prohibited from creating or registering any third-party website in order to promote, sell, or advertise their Lev AI business without Lev AI's express written approval. Lev AI prohibits promoters from using Lev AI's website generator to spin up a third-party website to promote Lev AI. Why? Because Lev AI doesn't trust its own platform to spit out misinformation riddled with errors. To that end, one must seek prior approval with Lev AI, which at that point, why don't you just pay someone to do it properly the first time? The problems Lev AI solves. Social entrepreneurs face complex, costly, fragmented marketing tools, tech intimidation and burnout, poor lead generation and customer retention, no clear guide to grow their audience, convert leads to business, and keep leads going. Join Lev AI, said no one ever. On the MLM side of things, Lev AI's compensation plan is a bit deceptive. You don't say. Lev AI's compensation plan represents a distinction between members, subscribers, and partners, promoters. Member, a subscriber to the Lev AI platform. Partner, an independent contractor who may refer members and other partners to represent Lev AI and earn in the compensation plan. And then active members are members who have paid for a new or recurring subscription in the commission period. Please note that these members may select any Lev AI subscription, as in even the $49 one. Personally referred partners do not count toward this qualification criteria. The problem is a partner can also be a member. I don't know if this is intentional deception, but if it's an error on Lev AI's part, they need to define members as retail customers. No, I think they're doing it on purpose. They know what they're doing. For some reason, Lev AI seems adverse to using the term retail customer in its marketing and compensation plan. Make of that what you will. Yep, it says customer a lot, but they don't use that word, right? A little bit weird. Says Lev AI's tools spy on added contacts and will suggest the most annoying time to reach out and harass them. So when you add one of your contacts, it actually searches your contact's data and goes through like all of their history online and then tells you how to prey on them more. And that's kind of like creepy. I don't like it. I don't like it. Taken as is, Lev AI's compensation plan runs the risk of populating Lev AI with promoter subscribers over retail subscribers. This would make Lev AI a pyramid scheme. That's right. Traditionally, the majority of our subscribers are promoters model would see Lev AI's marketing tools used to market Lev AI. Seeing as a promoter can't use Lev AI's marketing tools to even create a marketing website, however, I'm not really sure how this plays out. They have lovely spelling errors, you know. It's a good thing that you have the AI to remind you to build your business and craft your messages. If you need that, though, then maybe running a business isn't for you, all it says. Sitting in the wings waiting to be launched is Lev AI's video avatar tool, which will no doubt add further complexities with respect to potential errors and misinformation. Like I said, maybe one day, when we move past representing glorified regurgitation tools as AI tools, like those Lev AI pitches might be useful. Until then, I'm not seeing anything worth the $49 or $99 a month. You know, they claim that they have over 2 billion leads, but that's representing over 25% of the world's population as of 2024. Lev AI doesn't disclose how these leads are generated or where they are sourced. And even if you're set on running your business on regurgitated and likely stolen content, by the way, owing to aforementioned piles of money being burnt, there's a lot of competition in the generative AI space. I'd say do your homework and look at the competition. You know, like ONPASSIVE.com. Marty's AI videos will be perfect for this. That's right. Lev AI has 2 billion contacts, but still needs more recruitment, right? Apparently. And again, where are they coming from? You gotta wonder. And then if it is all bots, like what would it matter that you then have another product that's supposed to allegedly look up information on what the bot? Just a lot of issues with privacy and security as well here. So I don't trust it at all. You know? I'd say do your homework and look at the competition, but Lev AI don't disclose who the third-party generative model provider is. This makes comparison difficult for consumers. It also, in addition to introducing potential information disclosure risks to Lev AI subscribers, who is your data being sent to and processed by, and on what terms? As with any cart before the horse MLM company looking to get in on a fad, approach with caution. That's right. And MLM Truth says, the Lev AI platform is a white label copy of Now.site, whose technology is 7 years old. It has horrible customer reviews from around the world. Save your time, credibility, and money and use any of the 5,000 plus free AI tools in the marketplace. And then you gotta love how Oz is like Thor's. The CEO of NowSite, Justin Bellobaba, was on a recent Zoom hosted by Randy Schroeder marketing the AI technology. And if you look at the feature/product packages of Now.site, they are identical to Lev AI. If you take a close look at Lev AI compensation plan, you must have an AI subscription in order to be eligible to earn commissions. This is a classic pay to play. That's right. So Oz says, thanks, I'll look into the NowSite connection. From Lev AI's website policies and procedures. No product purchase is required of anyone at any time to fully participate as a partner. So MLM Truth says, their policies do not match their compensation plan. Lev AI compensation plan excerpt. Active members are members who have paid for a new or recurring subscription in the commission period. Leaves a source. The $49 annual promoter fee is referred to as a subscription. Now ruling out Lev AI being NowSite, white labeled, but over the past month, I'm only seeing Justin Bellobaba pop up in relation to some new AI app ACN is shilling. If Bellobaba is also selling to Lev AI, seems like he has selling the AI grift to MLM boomers niche on lockdown. So I wrote a comment. All right, here we go. You too can go write a comment. It is in the comment box. The chat, that's what it's called. Go and say, darn that Randy. When I said fabulous article, Oz, I've actually been following this one since the beginning. You may also want to know that Marty DeGarmo and Robin Noble from the ONPASSIVE scam have signed up for this one under Larry Lane. You remember Larry, right? Larry wasn't happy with having his own twin, so he wanted to join Lev AI to get a clone of himself. An AI twin. Anyway, about a week ago on a webinar for Lev AI, Larry stated that both Robin and Marty had signed up 300 Indian distributors and that their Indian team is up to 11,000. This is obviously because they are all ex-ONPASSIVians. This is now ONPASSIVE 2.0 and is in direct competition with Ash Mufareh, and you can hear Chris Johnson and several other OAT founders beg people not to join it on daily webinars. True story. I don't trust anything LaCour Enterprises is attached to, and nobody else should either. Randy goes from MLM to MLM, and we've been following him since Neil Alive. Then he did Talk Fusion, but I bet they think they really hit the jackpot with Lev AI. Unfortunately, like ONPASSIVE, I feel like this one will be a dud too. So Oz responds and says, unless Blake Schroeder develops an overnight god complex, he's unfortunately nothing like Ash Mufareh. Still waiting for Randy Schroeder to acknowledge behind MLM was right about Transact Card. There he is with the Transact Card car. Or train. Choo-choo. Him and his whiteboard. Remember the whiteboard? MLM veteran Randy Schroeder isn't happy with behind MLM's reporting on Transact Card. Deleting videos and posts isn't acknowledgement, Randy. You owe the people you deceived better. Woof, woof. Yeah, Randy. Randy, you owe the people that you deceived better. Woof, woof. Come on. So that's good. That's great. So you heard it here first. You heard it here first. All right. They didn't launch globally on Monday. They're now saying it's going to be launched globally next week, but they are launched in Canada and the US. And right now, all you can do is buy the subscription for either $49 or $99. And remember, like, the big selling point here is the AI twin. And you don't get that unless you pay the $99. So it's kind of like, and then there's also going to be a lot of shame in the business probably for those people that only paid $49. Like, they'll be getting told, like, oh, well, you obviously don't want it as much as the rest of us that paid for the bigger package with more tools and blah, blah, blah. So there'll be a lot of pressure to buy the $99 one, you know? And it's already a mess. They're already having payment issues. I mean, it's like kind of ONPASSIVE all over again. The good news is they might be able to figure it out, you know, with LaCour Enterprises maybe helping them. Who knows? But either way, they'll probably still launch before ONPASSIVE. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me tonight to go over that. I can't promise that I'm going to be able to catch every single Wednesday night live, but, you know, I think the launching ones are particularly important. I am thinking that on Friday we should do an Ash Mufareh marathon because there is a new message in the back office right now, and it turns out that Ash is apparently going to be live Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern, and we are going to hopefully stream snipe that as well. However, I think we need a little refresh, and so I am gathering all of the videos of his September to Remembers of every year. And I thought we would go through, you know, how they've been doing every September since they began. The only thing I wanted to ask you guys is if you guys wanted that to be in a live stream or if you wanted it to be a premiere. probably going to do my own survey. All right, I'm going to invent my own survey app used on the YouTube platform community tab to take a poll. Like, I can't even like lie as a joke half the time without giggling for a second. To take a poll to find out if you guys would prefer if we did it like a live stream, where I would probably be talking a lot more and popping in and going, hey, you know, or if you guys would rather just kind of watch Ash and everyone else kind of ramble for a while to compare, whatever would be easier for you. So we'll probably do that tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. But again, thank you for hanging out with me. I hope that all of you have a fabulous, amazing rest of your night. Stay tuned to the community tab. I'll be posting everything up on there. Please do give this a like on your way out and subscribe if you're new. I greatly appreciate it. We speak out against scams, cults, and high control groups and the tactics they use. Have a good night, everyone. Love all your faces. Bye. Thanks again, everybody. Have a good night.